say. Keep your social distance, don't breathe near my space. Wash your fucking hands, and don't touch your fucking face, and it'll be alright. It's what they say. But the coronavirus is here, and buddy, it's here to stay. So grab your hand sanitizer and toilet paper today. Tell your fellow men to go fuck themselves, they don't like them anyway, and it'll be alright. We do what they say. Go stock up on your milk and get yourself a gun. Lock yourself away with the kids, we're about to have some fun. And load up on the booze, we don't wanna have to make a run. And it'll be alright, we do what they say. But the coronavirus is here, and brother is here to stay. So grab your hand sanitizer and toilet paper today. And tell your fellow man to fuck himself, we don't like him anyway. And it'll be alright, we do what they say. Grab yourself a beer and get yourself a girl. Go on, sit down, settle in for the end of the world. 9 months to have a baby, I hope it's a girl. And it'll be alright, it'll be okay, if we just do what they say. Trump says this will all be over someday.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Scott here from Oak Decides. Did everyone enjoy that song I just played? Did everyone enjoy that song? That is somebody local that I just stumbled across from. He doesn't live too far away from me, but I'm gonna give him some of that credit right now. That was not Jack Black. This was Mike Stoddard, and if you guys can go to his YouTube right now, go subscribe, go like his song here. I have it linked down in the description, but go check it out. I figured it was a nice little intro. Somebody got upset because there were some curse words, but you know, everyone's having a good time. Everyone's self-quarantined. Let's relax. Let's chill out. Let's chill out. So how is everybody doing tonight? Everyone feeling good on this self-quarantine Saturday? Let me check back in here. I'm glad everyone liked it. So yeah, how's everybody doing tonight? We're going to be talking about a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to jump into it in just a minute or two. How's everybody doing? Still no coronavirus, which is good. Hoping everyone else out there has no virus as well, or knows anyone that does have it. But yes, we're going to be talking about Epstein. We got some updates on Epstein with Ghislaine Maxwell. We're going to be talking about Q. We're going to be talking about Hollywood. And I want my viewers to be good disseminators of information. That's what we're going to be talking about. That's why I called this episode Disinformation, Age of Hysteria. There are a lot of rumors going around out there that we just don't know if they're true. All these interesting rumors about Justin Trudeau being arrested, Hollywood actors being arrested, and I'm going to show everybody out there what everyone's looking at. And we don't want to be like the mainstream media. That's the whole point of all this. So I'm glad everyone enjoyed the song. Hello from Colorado. We got people from all over the place. All over the place. We got people from Korea, Florida. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. It looks like some of the people got upset with the curse words in the song. Oh well. Alright, we'll just give it one more minute for everyone to jump in here. We're going to be talking about Ellen DeGeneres. We're going to be talking about Tom Hanks. We're going to be talking about all these people. Because some sketchy stuff is going on. Some really sketchy stuff is going on. Alright. So let's get the shameless plugs out of the way. Let's go to the YouTube Woke Society's channel. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at 22,000 subscribers. And counting, and we just hit 7,000 followers on Twitter. We are growing every single day. Check out the Patreon here if you want to up your fandom to be that. If you want to up that fandom and just give $1 a month, that's $12 out of the year, and you're supporting independent media. If not, you guys can go to my backup channel, BitChute, for all the videos, all the content if you don't want to go on YouTube, which I totally understand. Go to my wokesociety.com webpage where you can hit up all of my podcasting links here, and you can download my content on the go. And the cool thing is when you hit the store link, it brings you to my beautiful brand new store with my Pepe mugs, coasters, Q mugs, the Shifter spoon, and of course my personal favorite, the Woke Society's mug. All this stuff is now for sale, so go check it out on the store. And of course you could always check out my PayPal for a one-time gift. What up, the effing doctor? I just saw your message come across my phone. How's it going, my friend? How's it going, my friend? So yeah, that is what we're going to be jumping into tonight. Thanks for everyone showing up. Hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like button. Comment for me. Share it. Tell your friends and family. Get this out there to the masses. We are the news now. All right. Are we all ready to jump into the content of the night here? So, what I want to go over, starting the show out, is disinformation. And I want to start out with a tweet here from Joe M. He says, okay, that's it. Deliberate disinformation traps pushing fakery onto the feeds to create a fog of war in these uncertain times, worst I've seen. There's coordination to it and it's working. Function is to drown out anything that's real. Information warfare, DEFCON 2. Bottom line is, patriots are in control, the virus is under control, you and your families are safe, this will pass. And right here, this you and your family safe, that is that's one of the Q drops. They state, I don't know which Q drop it is, but they do state that. This will pass. Candace warned us, and he was exactly right. If it looks scary, you've been had. This virus is not a nothing burger. It is not right to minimize the seriousness of it, but reports of panic are spilling over, or supply shortages or mass civil unrest is part of a fear agenda by our enemies who didn't get what they wanted from their biological attack. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I just want to start out with. There are a lot of stories going on right now, a lot of stories circulating, and there's a lot of people home. There's a lot of people with time on their hands, so it's totally realistic that there are people out there trying to throw a monkey wrench into the views of Q followers and just the Q movement in general. So I want to go over these stories with everybody and just set a nice baseline of what I think is going on. And I want to make you guys as educated as possible. And I don't want you guys to fall into that trap because you lose credibility. And that is the last thing I want for this channel or for the people that watch this show for good information. So that's what we're going to be discussing here. So let's start here with Secretary Pompeo with the Washington Examiner article here, warning of coronavirus disinformation from China, Russia, and Iran. And we're seeing a ramp up of this disinformation. So let's see what he had to say here. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo urged the public to seek out accurate information on the coronavirus. At the daily coronavirus briefing at the White House, Pompeo said every person should turn to a reliable source and not a bad actor trying to create information that they know is wrong. Pompeo, who called the virus the Chinese virus, said the malign sources have advanced false stories about the illness emanating from the U.S. Army and false information about lockdowns. And that was a big one, ladies and gentlemen. The hack I told you about probably about 2 streams ago, where they were stating that there was going to be a national lockdown, no traveling, no nothing. It's things like that we're trying to stay away from. So we've certainly seen it from places like China, Russia, and Iran. There are coordinated efforts to disparage what America is doing and our activity to do all the things President Trump has set in motion here. Pompeo said the United States was doing lots of things to counter the disinformation, but did not give specifics beyond saying that. Officials had told the countries to knock it off. This idea of a transparency and accurate information is very important. It's how we protect American people from something like this ever happening again. Pompeo declined to answer whether Trump's criticisms of media undermine America's faith that they are receiving accurate information. So again, we just have to be careful, ladies and gentlemen, of the information that we're sharing, especially on social media, about all this. Now, this was another example now because China is really, really ramping up the propaganda machine like they always have been, and they are certainly doing it now. This was a tweet here from Huai Qiang. I don't even know. Whatever. You guys can see it. China has been updating the U.S. on the coronavirus and its response since January 3rd. On January 15th, the U.S. State Department notified Americans in China. U.S. CDC's warning about the coronavirus and now blame China for delay. Seriously? And the tweet in response to this was from Morgan Ortigus. By January 3rd, Chinese authorities had already ordered COVID-19 virus samples destroyed, silenced Wuhan doctors, and censored public concerns online. she's right. This is a timeline the world must absolutely scrutinize. And if you guys remember, remember the Chinese doctor that was trying to warn everybody about this virus? He made those videos. And let's see here. Yes, people are saying the screen's frozen. Hopefully not. Everyone's still here. Okay, seems okay. So yeah, we had the Chinese doctor who was talking about the virus and letting people know, and then he got sick. He got really sick, and then supposedly he got really sick, and then he just died. And this was all over the place. And there's actually people out there doing digs on this doctor right now. And we have to be super careful, especially with the information from the Chinese, because they started blaming our military for bringing the virus from the United States over to China, and it was actually our problem. So there is a huge information warfare absolutely going on right now. So let's take a look here. Now, I want to go here. This is from Disclosure Backpack. I'm seeing these videos circulate here, and I want everybody to be super careful when they're looking at articles now and timestamps and dates. Look at dates and timestamps of videos out there. This is not hashtag martial law. Don't buy the fear. More on this thread. And this was a video here. There's no sound to it. I don't believe there's sound to it. No, there's no sound. But there's videos of tanks coming down here. This is, I believe, in San Diego. And there's just more videos here. Remember martial law in San Diego back in August 2019 when tanks rolled through? No, me either. Check the date of the video below. And there's all these different dates that aren't matching up to current recent events. And again, this says, do you remember martial law in San Diego back in September 2017 when tanks rolled through? No, me neither. Check the date of the video below. And it keeps going on and on and on. And this is why we have to be careful with the information that we spread. Now, this is something totally different. Something totally different, and it makes my heart sing. Everybody saw this guy that made this viral video that Oprah's place, her apartment, wherever she's hiding, and out in Australia. I don't know if she's one of the ones in the States. I have no idea. But there was this fake video going around saying that Oprah was raided and she was being arrested. It caught so much media attention, it started to trend on Twitter, and it got to her in such a big way. She had a response for it, and of course, the narrative of the mainstream media, this is from amp.tmz.com, Oprah shuts down stupid trending QAnon claims she was arrested. There was nothing, Q hasn't posted in over 2 weeks. So it just tells you that these outlets don't know a thing about Q. These are literally just stories that are just circulating and being thrown into the wind, and they're catching fire. And of course, QAnon is being blamed for it. And Jordan Sather here said it didn't take long for the mainstream media to blame Q for the unassociated viral rumor of Oprah being arrested. And of course, to call it a QAnon claim is a completely false statement. I don't remember Q posting last night. Do you? No, Jordan. They haven't posted in over 2 weeks, like I just said. So it's just so funny to see. The article is not even, it's a complete waste of everyone's time to even read it. But the fact is that Oprah came out and made a response saying she was not arrested. She was not raided. But it makes me happy, ladies and gentlemen, because we are getting to these people. They know we're out here now. They know we're out here, and it's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic to see it. So let me just jump back to the chat, make sure I didn't miss anything. What's going on, everybody? I'm so glad to see the chat so active. We're up to 333 viewers. The likes, let's get those likes up, ladies and gentlemen. We're at 124. Let's get those likes up to, I want to hit 200. Let's hit 200, ladies and gentlemen. We can do it. Let me go back here. No super chats, which is fine. Just want to make sure I did not miss anything. So not only that, we are seeing Hollywood and entertainers making these bizarre videos. And we're going to jump into all of them right now. The first one I want to show up here is from Joe M. Retweet, and he retweeted here, "Never do I recall a Pedowood acting like this. Juliette Lewis losing it in the car, visibly upset. Ellen's weird playing card comms to Tom Hanks. This haggard lush blunderingly singing pedophile code words, cryptic, hysterical, unhinged, and highly telling. Fried fish, false flags." So let's take a look, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what she's actually singing about here.
Come, go, let's go eat some fried fish. Fried
let's go eat some fried fish. Fried fish. Cause there's no more pasta, oh no. So we're gonna eat some fried fish. Fried fish, yeah.
Are you okay, so I'm gonna keep it PG here because this is god awful, but everyone that's in the know, I'm not gonna say certain words tonight only because I don't want YouTube to shut down the stream or what have you. A lot of people know what pasta means, what it stands for. Everyone saw the Podesta emails. They know what that code word is. So when I'm gonna play this one more time towards the end here. Look what she's saying. We're out of pasta now. We want fried fish.
Come on, oh no, oh no. So we're gonna eat some fried fish. Fried fish, yeah.
It's absolutely disturbing. It's so disturbing. So you're seeing all these videos because everyone's quarantined, because it seems like everyone that makes millions and millions of dollars, you're an entertainer, sports celebrity, rock celebrity, you seem to be catching the coronavirus. If you're the vice president of Iran, you seem to be getting the coronavirus. So it's just very odd that all these, the virus obviously does not discriminate, but loves Hollywood. So you got that going on. Very disturbing. And then this one. This is from Tom Hanks' son, Chet. Now, I'm going to play it, and then we're going to hear the reaction in just a minute. 1 second.
Hey, guys. I'm really stressed out right now. It's been coming to my attention that a lot of Trump supporters have been figuring out the truth about me and my family, being in the... you know what I'm talking about? And I don't know what to do right now because everything's starting to come to light. I mean, these extremely reliable websites like 4chan, 8chan have been exposing shit. And it's like if somebody wrote it on the internet, it must be true, and it is true. So it's like I don't know how this is going to affect our whole New World agenda. Ever since The Simpsons predicted my dad being the spokesperson for the coronavirus, even though they didn't predict anything, it's been troublesome, to say the least. I guess I'm just going to have to work extra hard at my human sacrifices. I'm late for one right now, and I'm a little hungry, so I might eat someone's pineal gland on the way. But just know that we're watching you, and if you're talking shit on the internet, you're going to be the first people sent to the FEMA camps. So,
oh boy. So yeah, you got him talking about that. Now, it's just... So this is the thing. This is where I want to get my main point across to you, to everyone tonight. So obviously we all read the Q boards, qmap.pub, 8chan. We all see this stuff, but we have to realize that everyone out there can also see this. Hollywood people can see this. Q is now mainstream, so this isn't shocking. But seeing this, I think he's just trolling everybody. Everyone was kind of making a big deal of this. They're saying it's fear. I necessarily don't know if it could be fear, but there's no way to really prove it. But I don't know. I would love to know what you guys think. But it's just, he's got this. I've met people with that same symbol, and they're not, the Illuma donkey. And I use that term just like Edge of Wonder uses it. It is what it is. I just don't know if it's something to go extremely crazy about. But all these people are making these videos. So I want to go to the other ones that I have lined up here and see what else you guys think about all this. Now, this one was weird. This one was really weird. This is Ellen DeGeneres. And holy crap. Does she look terrible without me? She looks like she's 30 years older without her makeup. She's got wrinkles under her neck. I just was not expecting to see her face, right? So this is one of the big videos everyone was talking about this past week. So I'm going to play this here, and this was very eerie.
All right, so I guess I'm going to give it a try. So I'm looking for, I'll start with the 4 of hearts, right? And you just have to shake it. You have to just shake it, and it turns into the 4 of hearts. Well, it's not working. Oh, and then he said that you could just flip it. David, it doesn't work. I don't know how you did that. I can't do it. It won't do it. Thanks, though.
Now, what I want to look at mainly here, she keeps saying the word flip it. And I don't know what David she's referring to, but it seems like there's definitely messages being sent. It's just hard to tell exactly what they are. So everyone can see her shirt. I thought this was a perfect meme and collection of pictures here to describe what it could possibly have meant. Now, we see here, this is obviously Tom Hanks from Castaway, and on her shirt here, you know, somebody wrote in Run Forest, obviously, over the picture. And again, this could be signals being talked about, but there's really no way to tell for sure. There's a lot of symbology here that matches up, like with the handprint from the movie Castaway on the volleyball that everyone knows about, named Wilson. This was Tom Hanks' buddy on the island that he was stuck on. So it's just these weird messages, and there was other videos out there, but I didn't want to play every single one of them just for time's sake. But these are the things that we're seeing. We're seeing messages being sent, and it just gets weirder. And it seems like Tom Hanks is at the middle of all this. I'm going to play the David Spade video here in just a moment, because that one's even weirder. But actually, you know what? Let's play it right now. Is that the one I lost? Yeah, that was the one. Okay, let's play this real quick here.
I mean, this all rides on Tom Hanks. Let's be honest. Tom Hanks, national treasure. I love him. We did SNL together. He's a fucking stud. But he's down in Australia like Quentin Quarantino, and I don't like the fact that he's not in the box. Forget Willow Smith. Let's get Tom Hanks in a clear box and watch him. Because if Tom Hanks pulls through, we are going to be so stoked. It's all riding on Tom Hanks, you guys. If anything happens to Tom Hanks, fuck, that shit's over, dude. I'm just going to be like, shh, on my roof.
Wow, right? Now, before that, I watched, this was a 4-minute video from David Spade. And before that, he was talking about whether he would rather have Godzilla running through the country destroying it or have coronavirus. And then he just completely shifts talking about Tom Hanks. And you guys just heard exactly what he said. If Tom Hanks doesn't pull through, then he's going to be going on his roof with a shotgun, you know, with his head on a swivel. So weird. So weird. And Quentin Quarantino, I don't have the screenshot I saw, but he's also down in Australia. Now, this was an interesting picture that I thought was worth looking at. He says Hanks, is down in Australia right now like Quentin Tarantino. There is a Marine Corps base in Australia. Look at the barcode, metal door. It says Hanks is captured, and there's a barcode here. Now, it's an interesting take. Oh, here it is. Here's the Quentin Tarantino one right here. He's down in Australia. Did Quentin Tarantino go down too? Quentin is good friends with who? Harvey Weinstein. Also, Double Q is trying to make his message clear. Good guys captured. Q equals 17 QQ. And, you know, this is some really in-depth decoding. I don't know. Again, there's no way to prove if he's actually captured or not. But these are the things that I'm seeing out there. So you have to use your discretion. But we know that these actors talk in coded messages. It's the way they communicate, especially right now. Everything is locked down. So what are they doing? They're sending messages. But it gets weirder. Let's go. This was a post from Tom Hanks here. Hey folks, good news. 1 week after testing positive in self-isolation, the symptoms are much the same. No fever, but the blahs. Folding the laundry and doing the dishes leads to a nap on the couch. Bad news, my wife has won 6 straight hands of gin rummy and leads by 201 points. But I have learned not to spread my Vegemite so thick. I traveled here with a typewriter, one I used to love. We are all in this together. Flatten the curve. Hanks. Now, I'm going to just open that up real quick and show everybody here a message that I found on 8chan. Actually, it wasn't 8chan. This was sent to me by a follower on Twitter. A follower on Twitter. And let's see what that looks like. Just 1 second here. I just got to find it. There it is. Here it is. So this is his decoding of what this Anon believes he is sending out to the world. So it says, have you learned how to decipher their coded message yet? He said, hey folks, hey deep state friends. Good news, 1 week after testing positive in self-isolation, the symptoms are much the same. Translation, good news, they've held me for a week, but the situation hasn't changed much. No fever but the blahs. Lots of talk, but they don't have much. Folding the laundry and doing the dishes leads to a nap on the couch. Translation, they didn't believe the cover story and they've put me in isolation. So this is Tom Hanks talking again. Bad news. My wife, Rita Wilson, has won 6 straight hands of gin rummy and leads by 201 points. And this is the decode. Bad news. They've got us for whatever 6 the code for. We aren't playing the game. Gin rummy only goes to 100. Playing the game is being a rat. And they know about the 201 scenario. Look it up. I have feared not to spread my Vegemite so thick. Australia is compromised. Don't flee here. That's the translation. I traveled here with my typewriter, one I used to love. Translation, they tracked me through my cell phone or phones are compromised. We are all in this together. I'm still one of you. Flatten the curve, Hanks. We can defeat them. Call sign. So, again, I don't know if this is, no one really knows because these people are still tweeting and making messages. So it's just hard to tell what's real and what's not. And this is why I'm trying to bring this to the forefront today. We need to learn to not freak out and to start spreading messages. We have to try to vet them as much as possible. And guys, I am totally guilty of this as well. I put out some videos that were fake, false tweets. It happens and it's totally okay. But this is the one I want everyone to really look at. Now, I did this myself. I went to CaliforniaArrest.com. And this is what triggered all this. I put Ellen DeGeneres' name in first, and wouldn't you know it, it comes up here with her name. Her age was correct. I Googled it. I'm assuming it's true. And then obviously she lives in Los Angeles, California. Very weird. So not only that, when you do it for Tom Hanks, his name also came up. Thomas Jeffrey Hanks, and his relatives under here says Rita Wilson. And I did this myself. You can go run on CaliforniaArrest.com right now, or is either .org, and do this yourself right now, and it'll pull up. But when you try digging deeper and you view results, you have to pay for it. I didn't do that. So this was very intriguing information, but we don't have dates. We don't know what the charges were for. We need a date and time. That'll establish. I mean, if this said 320 or 319, I don't know. It would have to be more relevant than what we just see here in these messages. But this is what's being spread around. And again, I know a lot of people were upset saying they were duped. They shared this. But this is what we have to be careful on. And we're going to get to those Q drops in just a moment. But it's just very... Oh, what's this? Oh, wait, hold on, guys. Oh, you know who that's probably? That's probably Obama and Hillary. That's probably Obama and Hillary running to Kenya.
I got it.
That's pretty cool. Anyways, let's switch gears here. I want to show everyone what's going on with Trump and his absolute decimation of the media. But again, guys, my whole point of this, I want to show you with the Hollywood. Just be careful what you're sharing. I have not been able to find anyone to verify that any of these actors have been arrested. I don't know for sure. So whenever I see these crazy theories out there of people being arrested, my thinking going forward is wait for Q to show the proof. Wait for Q to drop. Let's hear from Q first before we start absolutely just spreading any kind of fake news. Let's be careful with that. All right, you guys ready to see Trump absolutely destroy the media and make some really outrageous, just saying some outrageous things as he always does. This one caught my attention here. This is Trump. I'd like for Secretary Pompeo to go back to the State Department, or as they call it, the Deep State Department. And we're going to look at some videos here. This is great.
Sure. And one thing, Secretary of State Pompeo is extremely busy, so if you have any question for him right now, could you do that? Because you know what I'd like to do? I'd like him to go back to the State Department, or as they call it, the Deep State Department, if you don't mind. I'd like to have him go back and do his job. So does anybody have any question? Please. Sure. And one thing...
he calls it the Deep State Department. I love it. You're never going to find a president that talks like this ever again. So this was the first one I wanted to show everybody. Now you guys saw, this is like, I forgot this guy's name here. It'll probably be in the next video. This is the doctor, right? That's been next to Trump in all the videos talking about the coronavirus. Now let's look at his reaction when Trump calls the State Department the Deep State Department.
What I'd like to do, I'd like him to go back to the State Department, or as they call it, the Deep State Department, if you don't mind. I'd like to have him go back and do his job. So does anybody have any question? Please.
We gotta watch it one more time. How great is this?
Back to the State Department, or as they call it, the Deep State Department. If you don't mind. I'd like to have him go back and do his job. So does anybody have any question? Please.
See, I don't know. I don't know if that's pure laughter or maybe he's in on all this. Maybe he follows Q. Who the hell knows? But his reaction to this was brilliant. It was so funny. So funny to see this. He's just he doesn't know what to do. But this is our president, ladies and gentlemen. This is our president. Now, let's see. Let's look at this here. I want to see what else. Okay, great. This one is the fiery one. He shoots down this reporter and rips him into two. Let's watch.
So when you say the Americans are nearly 200, John, go ahead. When you say the Americans were scared, though, I guess nearly 200 dead, 14,000 who were sick, millions, as you witnessed, who are scared right now. What do you say to Americans who are watching you right now who are scared?
I say that you're a terrible reporter. That's what I say. I think it's a very nasty question, and I think it's a very bad signal that you're putting out to the American people. The American people are looking for answers, and they're looking for hope. And you're doing sensationalism, and the same with NBC and Comcast. I don't call it Comcast. I call it Comcast. Let me just for whom you work. Let me just say something. That's really bad reporting. And you ought to get back to reporting instead of sensationalism. Let's see if it works. It might and it might not. I happen to feel good about it, but who knows? I've been right a lot. Let's see what happens, John.
I've been right a lot, he says. And it's just infuriating because the media is they're still trying to sell this fear porn. And it never ends. And we're going to see what Nancy Pelosi is still trying to throw wrenches into the assistance to America. It's absolutely crazy. And I just left the video on there. Whoops. Oh, well. I was trying to text. Yeah, you know what? I'll do that again here. 1 second. I didn't switch it back. Let's watch it one more time here.
You better be ashamed of yourself.
So when you say the Americans are nearly 200, John, go ahead. When you say the Americans were scared, though, I guess nearly 200 dead, 14,000 who were sick, millions, as you witnessed, who are scared right now. What do you say to Americans who are watching you right now who are scared?
I say that you're a terrible reporter. That's what I say. I think it's a very nasty question, and I think it's a very bad signal that you're putting out to the American people. The American people are looking for answers, and they're looking for hope. And you're doing sensationalism, and the same with NBC and Comcast. I don't call it Comcast. I call it Comcast. Let me just for whom you work. Let me just say something. That's really bad reporting. And you ought to get back to reporting instead of sensationalism. Let's see if it works. It might and it might not. I happen to feel good about it, but who knows? I've been right a lot.
Again, I've been right a lot. And he's absolutely correct. And this is what it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing to see this. He does not care. He's always up front, and he will tell them straight up how he feels. And this is exactly what had happened. So we're at 516 viewers. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for showing up. We're right in the middle of the episode here, which is fantastic. Give the episode a like, comment, share it, tell your friends and family. Get those likes up. Let's get it up to 300. I know we can do it. All right. So the next thing I want to talk about here, I looked up some Q drops. In regards to Corona. And I saw 2017 here. CIA excitingly blinded. What's their next move? Talking about Corona 16 task route. Corona 16 now offline. Blind eyes in the sky. Shall we play a game? And I don't know what that means. I just wanted to show everybody. That was one. This was 2014 talking about another CIA satellite offline. This has DEAC Killbox 1AZB in the Killbox. Corona 1 now offline. Talking about something with CIA satellites. So that was one. And one more here. 2013, package complete, CIA Super, 2012 computers offline. Snow White 7 now offline, package complete. Have a nice day. And this one is not here anymore, but it's okay. But I thought it was just interesting to see those. Just to see those. Now, let's transition here. I wanted to show everybody this. This was hilarious to me. Let's see. Pull it up here. Now, I tweeted this. this was in response to a Tom DeLonge tweet. Tom DeLonge tweet talking about the UN should have the military over the entire world, and I couldn't believe he tweeted this. So I said, we know who your employer is, dude. And I put a picture here of John Podesta with the fishing for 14 on the hands, the infamous picture, right? And since then, someone posted this as well, and this guy is his boss. Obviously, we know who Soros is, but we posted this, but I saved the screenshot of what Tom DeLonge said, because he now deleted it. If every country gave up their military and there was one military run by the UN for worldwide security, we would save $1 trillion a year for medicine, infrastructure, global education, and cooperation in the beginning of one world/one system. Wouldn't you love a larger family? And I can tell you right now, this tweet got absolutely blown up. That's exactly why I tweeted this and said, we know who your employer is. And since then, his tweet has now been deleted, probably because he caught so much fire. And guys like John Podesta here certainly do not want to bring any more attention than he already got from the Podesta emails with the WikiLeaks. And especially now, since so many people are at home. But I just wanted to throw that in there as just a little jab to show what's going on. But this article right here, I wanted to segue to. This is from the Gateway Pundit. This is why I believe one of the big reasons that Trump is using this whole entire coronavirus situation as a net positive for the country and for the rest of the world. Senator Cotton introduces bill to end U.S. dependence on Chinese manufactured pharmaceuticals after China threatens to cut America's access to vital drugs. Senator Tom Cotton and Congressman Mike Gallagher on Wednesday introduced a bill to end U.S. dependence on Chinese manufactured pharmaceuticals after China threatened to cut America's access to vital drugs. It's funny how China acts like that. They're trying to be the heroes, but at the same time, they're blaming America for literally everything. And now they're threatening to cut off vital drugs. This bill will take 2 years to phase in. The Chinese Communist Party has threatened to cut off America's access to vital drugs in the midst of a pandemic caused by its own failures. It's time to pull America's supply chains for life-saving medicine out of China and make the CCP pay for contributing to this global emergency, said Cotton. The Chinese Communist Party's outrageous threats to withhold life-saving drugs from the U.S. endangers public health and should open our eyes to our dangerous over-reliance on China in our medical supply chain. It should not just medicals, this should change everyone's mind about any kind of dealings we have with China. This is a national security imperative that too many Americans is a matter of life and death. It's past time for us to develop an aggressive plan to move critical pharmaceutical supply chains away from China. And it's true. I believe Trump, this is why I believe Trump went to India. He was pumped when UK left, they Brexited out of the UN. Not the UN, the European Union. He's going to turn this whole entire situation into a net positive for the country. So let's continue here. Oh yeah, I forgot. You guys can get a little laugh out of this. When Podesta asks you to play, take off your pants and jacket, but there aren't any instruments. We'll just leave that one there for that one to soak in just a little bit. All right, moving on. So this is what I think is happening, and this is why I wanted to bring up another tweet here from Jordan Sather. Our whole planet is basically going through a spiritual detoxification, and just like when you detoxify your body, it can get really uncomfortable before it starts getting better. The trick is that it's up to you to make it better. No one can do it for you. And I believe that's exactly what's happening, and why myself, I've been ramping up my social media, joining different apps. I've been on TikTok, which I'll talk about towards the end of the show, and just trying to make as the best content that I can to get people red-pilled. I'm getting so many messages from new people finding about Q. It's really great to see, but this is the perfect time to use this negative situation and turn it into a positive. We have to follow the president's lead on this. So this is where things get a little interesting about this coronavirus. Trump says we're fighting a silent enemy, and I believe this is what this is part of. So who is a naughty senator? This is a tweet from Gay Gallops. Report, Senator Dianne Feinstein accused of trading stock prior to global pandemic. Feinstein sold anywhere between $1 million to $5 million after a closed-door briefing. Media is silent. She needs to face charges. Do you agree? And when you go into the article, this is from Daily Mail. Let me turn this off so everyone can see it. Love these ad blockers. 4 senators dumped millions in stocks while Capitol Hill... Get out of here. Yep, we got to get out of here. Capitol Hill was being briefed on the coronavirus threat, but before markets started tanking. 4 senators dumped millions of worth of stock while Capitol Hill was being briefed on the threat of coronavirus, but before the markets tanked as infections soared, disclosure records have revealed. Republicans Richard Burr, Kelly Loeffler, and James Inhofe and Democrat Dianne Feinstein collectively offloaded up to $11 million in stock between late January and early February, according to records seen by the Daily Beast, New York Times, and ProPublica. Burr, chair of the Senate Intelligence Committee that was directly briefed on coronavirus, sold up to $1.7 million in stock, including in hotels, according to reporting from ProPublica. Feinstein, a member of the same committee, sold up to $6 million in stock, including in a biotech firm. Loeffler dumped up to $3.1 million in investments starting on the day the Senate Health Committee, which she sits on, was briefed by the CDC. Meanwhile, James Inhofe sold up to $400,000 in stock, including real estate. So the Stop Trading on Congressional Knowledge Act prohibits members of Congress from insider trading based on classified information they have received in briefings. And ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly what this is. This was insider trading at its finest. Insider trading at its finest. And no one is talking about this. Literally, no one is talking about this right now. And I believe this is part of the silent enemy that Trump is talking about. So let's just see here. It looks like we got some trolls in here, this is great. Let's see if I can find them here. That's all right. We'll have to find out. It's no big deal. Yep. Let's see here. Gone. Gone. Okay. We're getting rid of some of the trolls here. There we go. So yeah, that's what we got going on. Let me take a look here. So yeah, we got this insider trading. And it's not only that, ladies and gentlemen, we got people that are stock that are just hoarding toilet paper, selling it online for hundreds of dollars. These are the people that, I mean, I think the government, there was a story out there that I saw that just the government is going in and just finding these people and taking the stuff back for hospitals that actually need it. So this stuff is all going on out there. These are crazy times, but let's transition here to Epstein. And we're going to get into a Ghislaine Maxwell story with an update on what's going on with everything. But before we get into that, not only was the Oprah trending on Twitter, we saw that Pizza Fence, which I'm referring to, as you guys know, as another name because I don't want to say the name on the stream. The actual name Pizza Fence was trending on Twitter. And this ties perfectly in here with the Washington Examiner. Elites covered up Jeffrey Epstein's crimes. No wonder folks believe in Pizzagate. And I just said, oh well. So this is talking about why people are believing in the things they do. And let's see what the article says here. So I'll give you 2 stories. You tell me which is the conspiracy theory and which one is real. A prominent Democrat and a few of her fellow operatives ran a child sex trafficking ring in the clandestine basement of Washington, D.C. A con artist turned inexplicable billionaire ran a child sex trafficking ring across the globe, befriending American presidents of both parties as well as princes. He pimped out his slaves to the most powerful attorneys and politicians on the planet, and he got the same media outlets that were busy shutting down stories of other predatory producers and media moguls to keep the whole thing quiet. The first story is the thoroughly debunked Pizza Fence conspiracy about Hillary Clinton and John Podesta. The second is the true story of Jeffrey Epstein. And we all know that Pizza Fence is not a made-up story. So this is just referring into Epstein with ABC when we saw Project Veritas. It's not that they didn't care. In fact, they cared quite deeply. They cared so much about protecting Epstein that they obliterated whatever sense of legal, journalistic, and ethical standards they could do to cover up his crimes. And right here, Pizza Fence really happened, only it wasn't a small affair in the basement of some pizza parlor. That's what everyone needs to remember. That part wasn't true. Jeffrey Epstein was running a global pizza fence assisted by dictators, news directors, presidents, and producers, the world's most powerful people who all kept the Weinsteins and the lures of the world safe. We're covering it up until now. And that's exactly what's happening. Now, let's take a look here. This was from March 17th. This is Ghislaine Maxwell issuing yet another letter to keep the names of the people in the Black Book and other redacted names in the Jeffrey Epstein documents. Remember, they have millions of documents to go over that they collected from the Epstein residence. This still has to be taken care of. We're almost at $2.99. $2.99. Hey guys, if there's trolls in there, it's all good. Let them be. Let them be, because they just, they feel the fire. Who's the troll? Let's see here. Vision challenge, yep. Oh well. Okay. Well, we'll just have to see. It's whatever. It's whatever, guys. Nothing we can really do about it right now. When we get back to the chat after I finish all this, I'll see about these trolls here. Okay. Let me see here. Oh my goodness. All right. So let's get into the story, which I was just talking about with Ghislaine Maxwell. The possible release of the names.
Coming this fall, life was normal for the Campbell family.
Yeah, no, this is why I hate ads all the time. The possible release of the names in Jeffrey Epstein's little black books, at least those made part of judicial or negligible judicial document, was argued again on January 16th before U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York Judge Laura Preska. The lawyer for Ghislaine Maxwell, who had a United Nations press conference that UN now refuses, let's see here, now refused to answer inner city proposals. Let me see. I'm trying to get my moderator in here now. Okay. All right, I'm going to try to get him in there. Okay. The inner-city press questions about argued for more extensive protocol since some of the people in the documents do not have counsel or are overseas. On March 17th, Maxwell, through counsel, filed a letter with withheld attachments. Counsel for Miss Maxwell has conferred with plaintiff's counsel and believes our respective lists contain identical information disclosed in slightly different ways, with one exception. As outlined in her letter to this court on November 12th, Ms. Maxwell submits that DE number 468 and 567 were motions never resolved by Judge Sweet and thus has omitted those motions and associated pleadings from her list. Ms. Maxwell seeks leave of the court to submit this list under seal because much of its contents contain references to seal the redacted materials. Very truly yours, Laura A. Menninger. The secrets of sexual abuse continue just like at the UN of Antonio Guterres, where Ghislaine Maxwell held forth and whose UN spokesperson, Stephanie Dujarric, and Melissa Fleming refused to answer about it. So pretty much what we're seeing here, ladies and gentlemen, this was another attempt at Ghislaine Maxwell trying to get an answer out of these judges to stop this list from getting out. She does not want the list getting out to anybody. And it's just another attempt, and the victims are suffering. That's exactly what this is. That's exactly what's happening here. So let's just see. Let's switch here. And this, okay, let's take a look. This was great. This was in England. Or no, this was out in Europe. This was the only song playing on the radio in Europe. And it says right here, this is from IET. Storm has arrived in Europe today. All radio stations across Europe played You'll Never Walk Alone, and many Q followers understand the significance of the lyrics regarding the storm. It was played all over Europe at exactly 8:45, and when you add 845 equals 17. And literally, there's a video of it. I'll link it. It's in the description below. Every single radio station this guy turns to, it doesn't matter what it is, this song is playing. I just think it's really coincidental and ironic that this would be the song that they were playing. It's really, it's crazy. So as we're wrapping up the episode here, I wanted to show you this article from Routers. YouTube, Amazon Prime forgo streaming quality to relieve European networks. YouTube and Amazon Prime will sacrifice streaming quality in the EU to help avert internet gridlock as tens of billions of Europeans confined by the coronavirus outbreak switch to working from home. And it's pretty much just talking about how the internet providers out in Europe are going to be cutting from HD to SD, the standard standard just to, it doesn't overload their system. But this is what a lot of people are freaking out about. What if we go into a national lockdown and then the internet goes? Now do we really have something to worry about? And if the internet were to go, that would be something that would definitely be concerning to me. And it would cut off a lot of communication that we have with each other and everyone around the world. But this is something to keep an eye on as far as the internet going and the coronavirus affecting employees that work for these companies and so on and so forth. So, and I don't know if everyone knows, California did a state lockdown. New York also followed with them. Only the non-life essential businesses are all closed now. And lucky me, vending machine food is considered life essential, so I still have a job as going forward. As of now, nothing's changed. I still have a job. Our work week got cut down by a day, but we're still working. Still working, thank God. But I wanted to bring this up just to show people, if you do have a small business, and I consider this channel a small business now because it is. It is starting to finally make some good money. It does not affect me, but I know a lot of people watching this channel, it is affecting. So if you go to sba.gov, it has a ton of resources here, with the small loans to get people through this hard time. Because I know the small businesses, the problem is this virus is not going to do so much damage as far as to the health of people. The fear is doing way more damage to businesses, especially small businesses right now. So this is where you can go to try to apply for these loans to get some aid, and all the questions there for that. And last but not least, if you guys have seen the movie The Purge, when this movie originally came out, if you look at the date of the video, it was originally 3/21/20, which is today's date. And ironically, look, everyone is self-quarantined all over the world. Just thought that was interesting. So let's take a look here. I'm going to go back, and there we go. The moderator is here, and he's coming to kick some ass. There we go. Kicking ass. Yes. So let's just chill out, guys. That's really all I had today. There is so much that I have in the works. On Tuesday, we are going to be doing a big show with none other than Santa Surfing. This is going to be fun. She has put a huge series out on Hysteria and Hysteria. I met Santa online back in November when my channel was just a little seedling. I didn't even have 1,000 subscribers yet. I did the video on the UN troops possibly being out in California when all those wildfires are going on, and we thought there was possibly a possible takeover of California. And I put out this video, and Santa Surfing came across it, and she linked it in her video, and my buddy Sean here told me, and this is how I came across Santa Surfing. And ever since then, we've been in contact. We share content, we share stories, and we always said we wanted to do a broadcast together. Well, now on Tuesday we're doing just that. I've already contacted her. We're going to be talking, coming up with an interview. She's going to be educating everybody, including myself, on what she has on Hysteria. And it perfectly lines up with what's going on in the world right now. And I am so excited to do that. I still have my boy Ryan, which we're going to get some stories. We're going to interview him as well. Ryan Comment, he has some interesting interactions with some elite, and he's super smart, and he's got some amazing stories about technology that he's come across and a bunch of things. So we got all that going on. So there's a lot on the docket. It never ends. And I want to bring up TikTok. My wife and my brother both told me about this app called TikTok. I've been thinking of ways of trying to reach out to the younger audience, and I found that way. I make these quick 60-second videos, sometimes are meme videos or just videos of me recording myself, just dropping 60-second red pill videos, and a lot of them are pretty funny. And the way TikTok works, it pulls your videos into a pool. And if you get a certain amount of likes, it goes into another pool and another pool. And if it keeps going and going and going, your video can actually go viral. And guys, I just started doing TikTok 2 days ago. I did a video about Bill Gates and the media. And within 2 days, it got over 23,000 views. And a lot of the younger people are seeing it. I linked my YouTube and they go right to the channel here. It's absolutely amazing. So I figured out this way to do it. So I'm going to link my TikTok. I don't know if it's going to be in this description, but hey, it's all good. I know TikTok is owned by China. Well, guess what? The way I look at it, ladies and gentlemen, is the deep state tools, we're going to use them against all of them. YouTube is owned too. So we're all on YouTube here. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. We're going to use all these tools against the deep state. It is what it is. Yeah, no, Santa Surfing is great. People that don't know her, you're going to meet her on Tuesday. She is fantastic. She's very knowledgeable. And I cannot wait to get that out to you guys. So we're not going to do phone calls tonight. We're just going to hang out here in the chat just a little bit. And we're going to call it a night. I got to get dinner with the fam. Yeah, we almost hit 600 viewers. That was pretty good. So, but Tuesday, guys, we're gonna be killing it with the interview with Nasara from Santa Surfing. I cannot wait. So, just to recap, everybody, be careful of the information that you're deciphering, sharing. You do not want to be like the fake news. And again, all this advice is applied to myself. It's all applied to myself because I've shared some fake stuff. And if I do, you guys can absolutely call me out on it. And it's fine. I won't take it personally. I'll just say, my bad, delete it, and carry on. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. Thanks, Sean, for jumping in here. Thank you for jumping in here, my friend. Love your content. Thank you, Robin. Thank you so much. We're having fajitas. Yeah, I don't know what we're having. I'm not really sure what we're having. Yeah, woke societies plus Santa Surfing equals winning. Damn straight, man. I am so excited to do that with her. It's going to be a good time. So yeah, guys, if you don't see me on here on YouTube, I am constantly red pilling on my social media platforms. I'm most active on Twitter and TikTok right now. Facebook is still there, but Facebook can pretty much go to the wayside at this point. I really don't like Facebook anymore. It's not my jam, so. DC loves you, Scott. Thanks, Kevin Gordon. I appreciate it, my friend. I'm so glad you were here to hang out with us. Hang out here for a couple of minutes with you guys. The effing doctor was here. He says, hi, everybody. He misses you guys. We'll get him back on at some point. We'll get him back on. Oak Society, have you watched Weekend Warrior yet? No, I have not. I'm not sure what that is. Peanut butter and Captain Crunch. Oh, man. I don't know about that. I'll be there Tuesday. Thank you so much, my dude. You got it, Tanya. Thanks for watching with us. Thank you so much. Yes, check out Thinking Anon on Twitter. At Thinking Anon on Twitter. Our times got messed up today, but it's okay. It's no big deal. I know there was some trolls in here. I try to get rid of them. And hey, stuff happens. Stuff happens, so. Yep, we're Thinking Anon. We're on Facebook. We're on it. We're on all that stuff. All the social media platforms. Check out Odigo. It's a messenger. Okay, I'll check it out. Got time for it. Definitely. Thanks to you, Kevin, for all the kind words, my friend. Thank you so much. Thanks for hanging out with everybody. Really, seriously, I love doing this. Definitely a little bit tired today. I haven't had a Saturday off in so long. But yeah, it was nice hanging out with everybody and chilling. and chilling. So we'll see what happens. So let's call this a night, everybody. So remember, go subscribe on the Woke Society's YouTube channel. Like, share, comment, tell your friends and family about this channel. We are the news now. Check out my Patreon. You can donate $1 a month, $12 a year to support independent media. My backup channel, BitChute. My WokeSocieties.com webpage with all the podcasting platforms. And of course, check out my store with all the cool Woke Societies and Q merch. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining. And remember, stay woke.